All right, but man, it's a rundown. It's Wednesday, July 26th. It's myself, Eddie. We got White Sox Dave. We got Nicky Smokes. First week, Nicky Smokes. We'll get into that in the after show. We're going to start here in the NFL. Chargers give Justin Herbert the biggest QB contract in NFL history, a 5-year, $262.5 million deal. Higher than Jalen Hurts, higher than Lamar Jackson. Nicky Smokes, we'll start with you.
I mean, I think it's kind of crazy to give the fourth best quarterback in his draft class the biggest contract in the NFL. I mean, I would put Burrow, Hurts, and Tua over him. So to give him, $262 million over 5 years, I think that's kind of ludicrous. He's never won a playoff game. He barely has a winning record in the NFL. Hurts and Tua combined have the same amount of losses that Herbert does. I just don't know how you make him the highest paid quarterback in the NFL. He hasn't even won a playoff game.
White Sox Dave.
We all know that I hate the assigning records to quarterbacks because it's a 56-man roster and not a one-man roster, and it's not a one-man he can't do it all on his own. If you put him on Miami, if you put him in Philadelphia, obviously Joe Burrow's maybe the best pure passing quarterback in the NFL, but Justin Herbert, if you appropriately place pieces around him, I'm not going to sit here and dissect him like I'm some scout or anything, and I don't watch him being on the West Coast all that often, but he's a fucking stud.
So
I think he's a stud. Every time I've watched him play, Austin Eckler, fine running back, I guess. He's fine.
He's definitely top 5 in the NFL easily.
Last year he had an awesome year.
He's definitely got help.
He's definitely top 5.
Keenan Allen,
good.
Mike
Williams,
good.
Quentin Johnson.
They just drafted him from TCU.
Yeah.
He's a dog.
We don't know that yet. Right. I mean, he's one of those. I mean, wide receivers, complete boomer bust. We've seen that 1,000 times. Yeah. He doesn't have nothing around him like Fields did last year. But I think Justin Herbert, he's top 5-6 quarterback in the league, and that's the going rate for quarterbacks.
He's 100% top 10.
Yeah.
I do agree the steam on him is a little bit too much so far.
He's had a couple stinkers for sure.
For sure, but I think he's really good, and I think this is the way it has to be if you want to keep your quarterback happy. The last thing I think any team wants to do is end up in a Lamar Jackson situation where it's he said, she said, you don't know if he's playing. Your whole you stop. You say 56 guys. 56 guys, the line stops after him. So you're freezing the whole franchise if you don't pay your guy. If this is what the going rate was on him, I think you could be more than fine paying a quarterback this much money.
I agree. And look, I think Herbert's a good quarterback. I don't think he's dog shit. He makes throws that not many people in the NFL can make, even if they can make them at all. I just don't know how you give them that much money before the playoff game because they gave him the 5th-year option. I feel like you might as well just play that out first and see how it goes. But you don't ever want to move off Herbert because once you get outside the top 10, everyone is basically just Kirk Cousins, and you don't want that.
Here's the tough part, Nicky Smokes, that I'm starting to learn, and that is going to get you in many arguments in this office, I would assume, is you would take Tua over Justin Herbert.
Yes. Obviously, I'm biased. Let's call it what it is. I'm biased.
And when you say that, it's yes, I'm sticking behind my guy.
Yeah, exactly, 100%.
All right. I could live with that then.
No, I think Tua has better decision making. I think he's more accurate. But Herbert is just obviously more talented. He's 6'5". He runs a 4.6 40, and he could sling the ball in basically any direction. But that could also get you in trouble too. I think he has the most pick sixes in the NFL last year.
Yeah, listen, if you could fully admit that you're being a homer with that take, I could
for
say
sure.
Okay.
I mean, I got to back my guy.
I
mean, we passed on Herbert for Tua. So.
For sure. I just don't know if there's anyone who doesn't have emotion tied to it would go with that. Right?
Yeah, I don't think they would either.
No.
I mean, Herbert had 1,200 more passing yards. And last year, Keenan Allen, I know he's always hurt, but he only had 750 receiving yards and 4 touchdowns. He's a wide receiver 1. But last year, Tua was 3,500 yards, 25 touchdowns, 8 picks.
Mm-hmm.
Herbert was 3,700 yards, 25 touchdowns, 10 picks.
And Tua missed 5 games.
That is true. That is very true.
But that's my thing, and that's why anyone outside of the Dolphins world is going to take Herbert over Tua. Just one, because he's durable and he plays all 17 games. If Tua is healthy all year, I already think he's a top 10 quarterback even with his health issues. But if he plays all 17, I'd put him top 6, top 5.
They haven't paid him, correct? Yeah.
No, they gave him a 5th-year option. I think he's getting like $25 million.
So would you give Tua this?
No.
well.
I just
loyalty only goes so far.
Yeah.
Apparently,
No, I want to give him the contract after this year. Just the way our roster's built and all the guys that we have to pay. If we gave Tua that contract this year, we wouldn't be able to sign all the guys that we signed. Yeah. I mean, if he misses 10 games, like that's not a good decision. But
I mean, you got to take all the concussion stuff into account.
Yeah,
very much.
Yeah, I agree.
That is one thing that I would weigh when take or pick Tua or Herbert, because one hit, his career might be over.
Yeah, that's very true. I think he's a concussion away. Yeah, just because he's a quarterback and he's so well known and he's so polarizing. Like Kenny Pickett, I think had 2 or 3 concussions and no one talked about that. And he went out there and played next week. Tua has a concussion. It's like, oh my God, he should retire. Like, why is he even playing in the NFL? He doesn't belong here.
There's a difference when people could see it, especially on prime time.
Fair.
I think there's severity of concussions, correct?
Yeah, there's
Probably,
level 2,
I mean,
level
Tua,
3.
like his fingers were pulsating.
Yeah, that was bad.
Like that was bad. Like that was.
I was
horrible.
petrified.
Yeah.
Like you can be concussed without even knowing it.
Yeah.
Everybody knew he was concussed.
The one concussion I had, I just woke up in my bed and had no idea that I had the concussion.
Yeah.
I just woke up and I had no idea what happened. I actually won a poker. Like we had a poker night at my house, and I won. And I guess like me and my friends like jumped up to get hype, and I just fell and smacked my head on the floor. And then I woke up with a hospital band on my wrist and money in my drawer.
Oh no shit.
Yeah, so it's scary. Like he doesn't remember anything from that.
Probably doesn't.
Probably not. Second topic here. Lionel Messi scored 2 goals in the first 21 minutes of last night's MLS game. It was his 100th club that he scored against, and he was subbed out in the 75th minute, and half of the fans left immediately when he was subbed out. You're the Miami guy, so obviously we're going to start with you.
Thank you. I love that title, by the way, the Miami guy. I hope that sticks. I mean, look, first of all, they were up 4-0 in the 54th minute. So the fact that they even stayed 20 minutes after, I give them that respect. It's like when you go to an NFL game and your team's up by 4 touchdowns with 10 minutes left in the fourth quarter, and they're like, all right, they take out Tua, put in Skylar Thompson. Yeah, you want to leave. You want to beat the traffic. You want to get out of there. You want to go home.
Ooh, this is a hotly tested debate with this guy right here.
It's Tuesday night.
Not. That's not.
You're okay leaving blowouts too? I guess we never really covered that.
Blowouts, you fucking
and soccer
absolutely.
Too.
All right, I didn't
not
know.
leaving in the first quarter when we just got there. That's the difference, or before halftime.
It's a long-standing thing. We went to a preseason game and we
went to
our second
the
quarter.
First game of the year last year in the regular season.
Yeah, but this goes back every
because
time.
you guys are like, all right, let's go.
And,
we just got here.
The Cubs Sox game. So he's very anti leaving games early. So that's what
a blowout you leave early.
100%.
Oh, that has nothing to do with my argument. 3 different times. Ryan Chief and I were at a White Sox, this years ago now, 2019 maybe. We are sitting in the concourse. He goes to get a beer. He comes back. He's like, oh, I couldn't find you, so I left. I'm like, the advent of text messaging, you could have just like gone to our seats or came back to where you left me. I never left from there.
Up, Chief.
And he's like, I couldn't find you. The other time was a preseason game. We stayed, I don't know, a couple quarters. They wanted to leave. It was a nice day out. I'm like, why are you leaving? Where do we got to go? What are we so worried about leaving for?
Oh, yeah, a charity hockey game that night.
It's preseason, whatever. I don't know. It's whatever. The other time was last year on opening. It was week 1 in the NFL season. Now, granted, it was a downpour like a fucking monsoon, but we were in a part of the stadium where we were completely dry.
Yeah.
And they're like, we got to get out
still
here.
wet from the parking lot.
And
we got wet socks. Nicky smokes. I don't do wet socks.
No.
We definitely got wet. We got wet for sure, but
soaked.
They wanted to we left the stadium and I was pissed. I didn't want to leave, and they were like,
held a gun to your head. You could have stayed.
Alone.
But Messi mania. Back to Messi mania because I'm not really.
And then they tried to frame it like
thing.
we stayed the entire game for the camera. I didn't want anything to do with that.
I'm not in tune with the whole soccer thing, so tell me.
So, I mean, I don't sit here and watch MLS 24/7, to be completely honest with you. I mean, I do watch Premier League soccer here and there. But, I mean, you got the best soccer player in the entire world playing in Miami. I mean, everyone and their mother is going to those games. Like, every single game will be sold out. If Messi came to Chicago, you wouldn't go see him play?
Fuck no. I don't give a flying fuck about Messi.
You don't give a fuck about Messi?
If you want to go. Like, have a ball. But I would not spend a single cent. If someone gave me a ticket and was like, hey, you got to come, like, drink something, sure, I'll go.
That would be like someone saying if Michael Jordan came here and they said...
It's completely different. It's soccer. Like, 2 goals is like putting up... What was it? What did Kobe have? 82 that one game?
Yeah, I think it was like 81.
Yeah, 2 goals is like putting up 81 in basketball. Like, that is so anti, like...
But that makes it so much more impressive, no?
Not to me. I know people like soccer. I can get into the World Cup and shit like that, rooting for America. Like, I don't care about players, no.
Not even the greatest of all time?
Not even the greatest of all time.
You wouldn't pay $1? What if you got a free ticket to see Messi play? Would you go see him play?
I just said, like, it would have to be, like, I wouldn't pay.
What's the most you would pay?
0.
0. All right.
I mean, $20 to me is $0 to me, so like,
$20.
Sure, I don't.
Would you go see Messi play?
If someone offered me a ticket, yeah.
You wouldn't spend $1.
I wouldn't. I mean, if someone even said was like, "Hey, I could get tickets for whatever, $100," I would probably consider it.
Yeah,
but I wouldn't plan it. I wouldn't plan it.
That's exactly how I am.
Is it just because you hate the sport of soccer? Or
I don't hate it. I just don't.
Messi?
I'm very indifferent. I don't care.
Yeah, I don't care. Yeah, that's how.
I respect obviously how big he is and how much it's taken over the world, but it's just not something. Name a band. Taylor Swift's Monster. Like I would have liked to see her, but I didn't.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really give a fuck about soccer, but if I had the opportunity to see Messi play, I would go see him once.
But like it's
like being able to tell your kid you saw Michael Jordan or LeBron James.
I completely disagree with that. Like Michael Jordan, you're getting 16 of 28 shooting, and he's gonna do something sweet. And same with LeBron, or same with.
It's an interesting argument.
Yeah, but Messi scoring 2 goals, like you said, that's like seeing someone drop 81 points.
2 goals in 90 minutes of action, when most of the time he's just like chilling on the field in a light jog.
I agree that the game is not for everyone, but when it comes to someone of that caliber, I feel like you should just go and watch it. You never have to watch another soccer game again.
Yeah.
But the one you went to, at least you saw the greatest player of all time.
Doesn't do nothing for me.
Oh.
Like, to Ed's point, like I was in the pit for a Guns N' Roses concert last summer, and being that close to Slash, I'm like, that's greatness. Everybody should appreciate this. So I understand where you're coming from. Like, he just doesn't do anything for me personally. Like, not one thing.
Like, if you put me that close to Guns N' Roses, that would do nothing for me either.
Yeah.
So I kind of get what you're saying.
Back to American football. Apparently, Deebo Samuel has been sending Kyle Shanahan many shirtless pics this offseason to convince his coach that he will have a bounce back here. Apparently, he took it really hard that he didn't play last year, sprained his MCL, but he only missed 4 games. So what do you think, Dave, about Deebo Samuel sending shirtless selfies?
To his coach? I dig it. Yeah.
You dig it.
You don't like that, huh?
I think that's the weirdest thing I've ever heard in my entire life. Actually, no, the next topic's even worse, but that would be like me sending a picture of me in the mirror with my abs out to Big Cat, like, yo, I'm ready for this podcast coming up. I think that's weird. Like, maybe to your boys or, your coworkers,
I think
your constituents.
it's more like I'm sure you've seen commercials or whatever, like the before and after pictures. Like, hey, coach, it's February 15th, NFL season's over. This is what I look like now. Then, like, once a month he checks in, and he goes from, I'm sure chiseled to just, like, carved out of wood, looks like a robot. Just, like, reinforcing, hey, coach, I'm working my dick off. I think that's sweet.
These are the stories, though, you hate when they go public, because the first drop he has, the first fumble,
he's going to get
the
clowned.
First loss, a shirtless selfie is getting fired outright of him.
Are they public? Like, have people
I don't know, but
photos?
there's got to be a picture of him with his shirt off somewhere on the internet.
But the thing is, like, Deebo Samuel, he's a world-class athlete. He's probably already in shape.
Yeah.
If I'm his head coach, like, dude, show me some routes. Like, let me see what you're working. Like, I don't want to see you standing in the mirror showing me your six-pack.
Well, his coach probably sees the routes of practice. Yeah. I mean, granted, if they're doing, like, private workouts, they're on a beach somewhere going over everything, Santa Cruz, whatever. But granted, I don't know. It's
or like rehab videos of his knee. Like that's the concern. He tore his MCL. He didn't rip up his core or get put on 50 pounds of non-muscle.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. It's
honestly, I think it's kind of a non-story. I'm sure this is pretty regular occurrence in most professional
You think it's
sports.
Normal for players to send their coaches shirtless pictures
in professional sports, like I would guess that Deebo calls Kyle Shanahan Kyle and not Coach Shanahan.
For sure.
These guys are friends. Like, obviously there's a hierarchy, but
do you send pictures of yourself to your friends in the mirror?
I'm not trying to get in shape.
But would you? Even if you weren't
if
in
I had
shape.
a six-pack, fuck yeah, I would. I'd
Yeah?
be shoving it down all my fucking idiotic friends' faces
I guess.
every single day.
I mean, when I had abs,
Hit the
when I was
gym,
like
lard
18,
ass.
19, I did send my abs to pretty much
There you
everyone.
go.
That you did some shirtless selfies on the.
But I would never
Instagram.
send it to like my boss. But
Yeah.
I guess
I
if
mean,
they're
it's
on that, like,
probably in a
friend-to-friend
joking
level.
tone. It's
Yeah.
probably in a joking tone. I would hope so. If
Do you
it's
want
not,
me to send it?
If it's not in a joking tone, it's definitely a little strange.
Yeah, I think so.
But I don't think.
Can you
it's-
tag me in that?
I don't think it is.
Just at Nicky Smokes.
There we go. We got a live.
I'm going to send it to my coach.
live selfie of White Sox Dave's abs. Next story here: Hulk Hogan announces engagement at his fiance's best friend's wedding. Third marriage.
This
for
will
the
be a
Hulkster.
funny response.
Third marriage for the Hulkster. What's your thought on the third marriage for the Hulkster? If you got something on that, or announcing it at his best friend's
I
wedding?
mean, your third
Fiance's
marriage,
best friend.
your third marriage at this age, you're just looking for someone to die with. And then to do it at someone else's wedding, I think is the biggest dirtbag move of all time.
Yeah,
Like that day,
it's-
not only are you Hulk Hogan, so when you show up to the wedding, they don't even care about who's getting married. They just want to meet Hulk Hogan and take a picture with him. And then you being Hulk Hogan, you decide to announce your marriage at someone else's wedding. That's the biggest dirtbag move of all time.
Yeah, can't do that.
You don't like that move, Dave?
Nah. Doesn't he have a shit ton of money from Deadspin, though? Wasn't it Deadspin?
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's you don't do that, but like, it's Hulkmania.
And apparently it was
NWO.
he was giving a speech. He was giving a speech at the wedding and then just dropped the bombshell.
That's what I've said this before. What do you think is the worst thing that could happen at a wedding? Another proposal or a fight?
Another proposal.
I don't know, man. A fight could ruin the whole vibe of the night.
It could, but like if you throw them out, it's kind of like a buzz. You know, like you watch a UFC fight and you guys get all fired up, jacked up, and then after it dissolves and you're good.
Yeah, dude, but there's a difference between getting in a fight at a wedding and getting a fight after a UFC fight. For the obviously, but for the sole sake of, if you are getting in a fight at a wedding, that's more than just like, oh, what an idiot. That's like, hey, dude, you're disrespectful as fuck.
But I also think proposing at someone
yeah.
else's wedding is disrespectful as fuck.
It totally
I feel like it
is.
depends who you ask. Like if you ask a girl, which is worse, I feel like they would say the proposal, because it's like, oh my god, like they're taking our day away.
Probably, and it depends how serious the fight is. You know, like chairs getting dragged over, wedding cakes, but like there's different layers to a fight too.
And I'm very much trying to play devil's advocate here. What if it was just like a part of the speech, like it was a great speech, you know, he's giving all the blessings to the newlyweds, and it was just kind of slid in there without really planning it. Like,
Also, he didn't do it. He just announced it.
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but it's his
announced
third
that's
marriage.
like, hey, we're getting married too. Like,
And it sounds like they got introduced from the fiance. Like the person from that wedding.
Okay, maybe that changes
maybe-
the
Yes.
dynamic a little
you
bit.
don't propose at another wedding. That is the biggest cocksucker move on
Yeah,
earth.
you're just you're the scum of the earth if you do that.
Yeah, so I don't know.
Announcing it, that's a little different.
Yeah, the
A little
Hulkster, though,
different.
I was a big fan of Hogan. Knows best back in the day.
I was too.
I mean, I feel like he had to ask for their blessing though to do that.
Those
no?
people.
Maybe he's just such a big celebrity. He has no social awareness, which I,
mean,
could
that's-
also.
That could be another. That's
Very
probably
much
what
it.
happened.
Very possible. Very possible, Dave. Last story here. Matt Damon says it was hell kissing Scarlett Johansson. He said on the set of We Bought a Zoo, they did a bunch of kissing scenes and they thought they were done, so they went out to lunch. And when they went out to lunch, Scarlett ate an onion sandwich and they came back and it was horrible.
I know who Matt Damon is.
Congratulations.
And
I'm off to a
he
good
now-
start today.
Do you know who Scarlett Johansson is?
I looked her up,
my
so I know who she is now.
All right.
Have you seen the scene?
Which scene are you referring
The
to?
one that you're talking about, the kissing
Oh,
scene.
the We Bought a Zoo scene?
Yeah.
No, I can't.
All right, so I was
saw
showing
We Bought a Zoo.
David earlier, and the fact that he did not break character is remarkable. Not only is it just a kiss, but like they're kissing and she like pulls off and they're like this far away and she's just like talking to him. So the whole time he's just smelling this hot onion, disgusting breath. So it was more than just a kiss. And he's just sitting there eating it. And I'm thinking to myself, how does he not break character? I feel like they had to cut it like 4 or 5 times.
Yeah, like
There's no way. There's no way they did that in one
Dude,
try.
And he's going a little overboard on calling it hell.
Well, I'm
Come
sure
on.
he was embellishing for fun. Like it was like, oh, but sometimes, do you say something?
I've never.
Yeah, it depends how like close you are with the person.
Yeah.
You know,
If it was like a girlfriend, it'd be like, go brush your
Yeah,
fucking
yeah,
teeth.
for
If
sure.
it was some random hood rat, you picked up all the lights go on at 2 a.m. No, you're not.
You're not doing that for her, Dave?
no, you got to just suck it up.
Yeah.
Just go along with it?
Yeah, or just stink your breath up and just
Yeah.
make it like mad musky, and then you
Go
won't know
outside,
whose
eat a
it
bunch
is.
of corn nuts or something?
Yeah, smoke a cigarette or something.
Yeah, I feel you on that. But yeah, I think, I think everyone in this room would make out with Scarlett Johansson after she ate a bushel of Shrek's onions.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Like there's certain girls that I would eat out right after the gym. I wouldn't care. So
Yeah.
I mean, an onion sandwich, I could put up with that if she looks the way she looks.
Just had in there right after some good kettlebell workouts.
Yeah, sign me up.
Yeah.
Like a little flavor. You never
Yeah.
go wrong with a little tang.
I feel, well, dude, you probably, Miami, like it's always hot there. People are always sweating. You're
yeah,
kinda-
you just get used to it.
Yeah, you're probably used to those, jeans getting just peeled off like a fucking swimsuit, like a
Do you even
diving
wear
suit.
jeans in Miami?
No, well, you do, but I make sure I buy like the most comfy jeans of all time, or I'll just chafe the entire night and be fucking miserable. So I made the transition to joggers because like they'll still
Yeah.
let you in anywhere. It's a lot more comfortable. But dude, I hate wearing jeans.
That's pretty
Well,
sick that joggers are like kind of in.
Yeah,
and you
I
can
love
wear
them.
out.
I love them.
I still wouldn't wear them out.
I know you, but that's a you problem. You won't convert to. I still haven't. I haven't really done
It's
it yet.
not
either.
what they're meant for.
I like
I'm telling you, though,
trousers
that's-
are way better than jeans. I'd rather wear like trousers, like khakis, slacks,
Something like that.
than
Yeah,
jeans,
yeah. Trousers. I like that you called them trousers.
Yeah.
Interesting. Muggsy's great too. You got to check them out.
Mugsy is
Great.
great.
They got great jeans.
Mugsies, they got good
Mugsy.
jeans.
They got a store here too. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's all about the fabric for me, though.
Yeah,
They look
Like,
like
I don't
jeans,
wanna-
but they're like
They're
stretchy.
basically joggers.
Yeah. very
Pretty much.
comfortable.
Yes.
Very
So you're
comfortable.
deep down a joggers guy. You just know you don't.
Oh, I
know
love
that-
joggers. I just
Oh.
wouldn't wear joggers to like
to,
a
to
bar.
like a club or something.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
I don't.
You don't
really-
go to the club
No.
anymore. Yeah. Those
No.
days are done.
They never started. Really.
Really?
No.
So I mean,
you got a lot to learn. The Midwest isn't like, obviously there are clubs. We're in a major
yeah, but
city,
there's only like one or two. It's not like you walk out and
there's
there's
more
pop,
than
pop,
that.
pop.
No. Yeah. It's not.
Really?
This is not Miami.
No.
Yeah,
I like the club scene though. I mean the bar scene. I
Yeah,
like
it's
it.
different.
It's a bar scene where you're going and seeing how many vodka sodas and Miller Lights you can dump.
You
in
like
your
it
face.
now. I mean,
I'm in my prime.
You're a couple weeks in. Are you gonna be like that's kind of like just little hole in the wall bars. Kind of.
I like
mean,
that.
there's more than that.
I like ringing the bell at that Fed's place.
Federales,
Oh
yeah.
my god, I bing it every fucking time. I feel like Tua, and I love it. Everyone gets all hype. Oh.
They go nuts. But all right, yeah, that's all the topics for today. Anything else, Nicky Smokes, for your first week here?
Well, you missed Tua's new tattoo sleeve.
Oh yeah, we added a topic.
added
My
that.
apologies. John Rich, thankfully, he sets this all up. He produces the show, and he's like, any revisions, let us know. And you requested this topic, so please take it away on Tua's
Yeah,
new
so
tattoo.
Tua
sleeve.
Tagovailoa got a new Samoan-themed full-arm tattoo sleeve, and I just want to be the first one on record to let everyone know that this league is fucked. You go out there, you get a full sleeve. I think he's the only quarterback in the NFL with the full sleeve. You are throwing for 5,000 yards and at least 30 tugs. This is a sign of I am no longer a boy, I am a fucking man. And he's going to take over the league, and it's all because of that tattoo. Zoom in on that thing. If you go on my Twitter, they got like an HD picture of him like sitting on the gym, like a gym stool thing. I don't know. He looks like a sex symbol though.
Nicky, I respect that you're a diehard.
There he
but
is.
I
Look
don't-
at him. Look at that guy. You're gonna tell me he's not throwing for 5,000 yards this year? You're out of your mind.
He's not.
Come on, look at him.
Dave?
I mean, that looks sweet if you're like, I don't care about my quarterback. I would want my running back or like a linebacker or something like.
He looks good, though. Don't get me
Oh,
wrong.
no.
I think it
Of
looks
course he
hard
looks-
as fuck,
He looks good.
Samoan tattoos are the coolest tattoos. I will say that.
especially when you're Samoan.
Yeah.
You know,
No, he looks good. Don't get me wrong.
dude, he looks like a fucking beast. I'm telling you, 5,000 yards.
5,000 yards.
Realistically,
would have 55s.
4,700, and he's going to have 38 touchdowns this year.
All right, 4,738. How many picks?
0. All right, I'm kidding. He'll probably throw like 7.
7 picks.
Oh,
all right.
God.
None of them are his fault. It's like deflections at the line of scrimmage and they get caught.
Okay, write that down. July predictions, Nicky Smokes.
You got a lot of optimism for a team that's never really
I know. It's the
offseason.
offseason. This is what we do. The offseason comes.
When do you reach a point of, like, for me, I'm kind of just apathetic at this point. But when do you reach a point of you become more realistic and if
accept
not
that
negative?
you're a loser?
What's that?
Like the point where you just accept you're a loser?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's different in the NFL.
That usually
'cause it
happens
can
like
flip
week
quicker.
18. We usually week 18 because we'll start 3-0 pretty much every year, and then we'll finish the season 9-8.
How are you going to yang Frank the Tank's yang? Because he is a miserable fan.
Yeah, he's miserable.
And he is the opposite of you.
You know, I believe everyone comes into someone's life for a reason, and I think I'm going to be able to make him a little bit more positive with the Dolphins. I think that's kind of why I was brought in here, to be honest.
Really?
I think that was my mission.
Like it's divine intervention?
Yeah. Like, I was meant to change Frank's heart on how he fans for the Dolphins. The Mets, they're fucked. Like, he will never change his heart on that team, and I'm not a Mets fan, so I don't care. But if I'm out here talking with Frank each and every single day, I'm just going to feed him positivity until he starts becoming positive.
So it sucks you won't share a gambling cave with him because he's going to be in New York, but it would be
that
on
would
you.
be electric.
It would be
if
on
me
you.
and him were sitting next to each other watching a Dolphins game. It'd be because don't get me wrong, like I'm optimistic now, but if shit goes south, I'm kind of worse than Frank. I'm all good now.
I'm sure. I could see that.
Like when the Dolphins are losing live, I'm a problem.
But you're going to have to be the guy when it goes south to tell Frank to be quiet like Stephen Che did last year.
Frank, shut the fuck up for 5 minutes! Jesus Christ!
I don't know if you ever seen
I
that.
saw that. He's like, "Shut up, Frank!" Like they're
shut the. I've never seen Stephen Che like that. That's an all-time clip.
That's great.
an all-time
I can only
clip.
imagine like what the fans are thinking that sit around Frank when he just goes on his fucking rants.
Oh yeah.
I mean, dude, he's a legend now. He got an escort out of the Yankee Stadium.
Yeah, and he had like TMZ, well, not TMZ, obviously, like little fucking 22-year-old kids all over him, like taking pictures.
They were chanting him. He got a standing ovation leaving the stadium.
He's a tank, man. He's a tank.
I didn't see what transpired before that. What happened?
I didn't.
I think
I've only
I
seen
think the
the-
Mets just whooped the Yankees' ass, and the Yankees fans just saw him and praised him.
Yeah, I think it's like those people's job to like find people like that maybe, or just like help out whoever they can.
I mean,
Okay, so he wasn't.
No, I don't think there was like a controversy.
I feel
or
like he's
anything.
one of like
He was
the
getting
most,
like a security detail. That's
Yeah.
kind of sweet.
yeah. I just feel like he's one of the most famous people in the baseball space right now. I mean, like social media
I
wise,
would say so.
I think I see more Frank clips going crazy than anyone else. Can you name any other super fan that anyone is talking about in the entire MLB? I can't name
I
one.
mean, yeah, Frank is definitely up there. I mean, obviously, Jared, he used to work here. He's obviously a megastar in the universe, but I'm not really in tune to the whole baseball world, so I don't know that well.
I mean, yeah, like, I'm not a big baseball guy, but like I'm on social media all the time. Like if the Mets are playing some shitty team, like I don't know, are the Cardinals shitty or something?
Yeah, the Cardinals are.
All right, so like say the Cardinals are playing the Mets, like Frank could arguably be the biggest celebrity at that game.
It's not. It's not.
If it's in St. Louis,
Definitely.
New
Like,
York,
who the
you
hell
might have
lives
Jerry
there?
Seinfeld
Well, that's what I was
there.
saying. Like the Yankees and shit. Like they
Yeah.
got plenty of celebrities
yeah.
there.
I don't know, man. Interesting thought, though. Anything else, Nicky Smoke, to cap off your first week?
No,
No.
just happy to be here.
All right, Dave.
Should we
anything?
want to take back any of those Justin Herbert?
No, I'd rather just die on that stand.
Okay,
I'll
I like
die on
that.
it. Yeah,
Yeah. I like that.
Once you say it, you can't go back.
All right, now are you going to be like one of those guys that doesn't take responsibility for the
No, I
takes?
will. I always take responsibility for like
Okay.
dumb shit I do.
Okay, cool.
But that's why I'm not afraid to do dumb shit.
Okay, that makes sense. All right then, that's the rundown. Nicky Smokes, White Sox Dave, myself. One more day of the rundown tomorrow. Go tune in for that, and we'll see you guys next time.